The bubblegum shot. I got quite a bit of juice for that on Instagram. It's a good shot. It's not perfect. The guy on the right, I kind of left it a little bit messy. I thought about cropping it in, so we're literally ending the frame on her right shoulder. If she wasn't blowing that bubble, I think the guy on the right warrants his place. But in a way, I'm in two minds. But I think, listen, I didn't crop it. It is what it is, and I'm quite happy with the frame. For me, it's the light and obviously the bubble. Yeah, I wish the bubble was bigger though. This one, there's no people in it. That's not straight photography, there's no people in the shot. I love these little frames sometimes, a little bit of detail. Because I have a website as well and I create little blogs, little narratives. Sometimes a few of these, sort of pepper in the spread, so to speak, is, I don't know, I kind of like it.
Kiss me like you do. Come on and kiss me. Oh, kiss me. Kiss me like you do. Dreaming of you when you're not there. I wouldn't say it's an illness if I see you everywhere. Don't need no hit list, don't need no plan. There's only one place for us to see. All I need is your hand. So kiss me, oh kiss me. Kiss me like you do. Come on.
I love this kind of frame. Almost got like 3 or 4 little stories going on in the narrative. Got the lady on the left on her phone, the guy looking to the camera, his friend who's looking at him, and then we've got the guy to the right looking off with a mask. Like, what the hell was he looking at? And then we've got the character in the background having a little coffee. For me, that's almost like the essence of street photography. If you can hit like almost like 2 or 3 little stories in one frame, then I think you're on the right track.
Kiss me like you do. Come on and kiss me. Oh, kiss me. Kiss me like you do. Oh, kiss me like you do. Come on and kiss me like you do. Just kiss me like you do.
Yeah, I was really happy with this frame. Again, it's a little bit messy. Shifted to the right slightly, so almost like the guy's anchored totally in the center of the frame. I think it'd been a little bit more powerful, but I've got the guy on the right as well. Colourful character with the hair and all of that kind of thing. And I'm also loving the film simulation of the Fuji that I've been using recently. It was the classic negative. I really loving that. Just has that almost like a little bit of a film look to it. And but obviously the guy with the bread, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. There's distraction to the left, but a little bit of that. It's street photography, right? It's kind of the imperfection is kind of what makes it what it is. But yeah, I really love this frame. It's one of my favorites from this shoot.
Death and morning, can't wait to feel the sun again. I can't wait to come in from the rain. I can't wait to rid the world of pain like a storm it came. Without warning, today the world was on its knees. The fire and smoke choked the trees, but I could feel a changing breeze. We cannot breathe. When we see the future's courting,
now go, you'll be there all day otherwise.
I hope you're with me tomorrow. tomorrow's day. There's no sorrow. But don't forget yesterday, the vampire blood, moon and plague. Your vanity could take away his prophet's place before the dawning. I can't wait for a better day. We don't display the death and mourning. I can't wait to rid the world of pain like a storm it came.
The interesting thing about this frame, I think, it's a nothing frame without the red hood. It's just kind of just, there's nothing to it. It's the red. It's almost like the colour in this is the story.
In this dying world we roam, I'm alone. How it's cold, how it's cold. I will get out of the mud, though my clothes are drenched in blood and it's cold.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this. I just like that it's close up. I'm really wide, so I'm super close here, guys. And again, I wish I was more central, like slightly to the right, so that she's anchored in the, like, straight down the center of the frame. It's just be a little bit more powerful. It's wearing a mask again. A lot of photographers don't like that, right? It's also like them complaining about it. Listen, I don't want the pandemic. It's a horrendous thing. But in terms of the visual aesthetic that it's thrown up, in terms of being something different, it's almost like post-apocalyptic. As photographers, especially street photographers, it's almost like we have an obligation to shoot it. Get out, guys, and shoot those masks, because pretty soon there won't be as many of them. But we need to record our time, I think. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to split this video in 2 parts because it's going on a little bit. And so this is part 1, okay? Please subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed already. And if you could like the video as well, big support. Cheers, guys. See you in part 2.